Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Lawn Mowing Simulator as I continue forward here with Lawn Demons and just try to make further progress. Alright, so I'm guessing we do tend to have a lot of the repeating locations. So we've got the front garden, Ancient Auric, the garden at Colville, that's one I did recently. Alright, rear garden at Rowley Manor. That might be pretty straightforward. And here we have Hilltop House. Now this one, wow. This one looks involved. So let's see. The retired film star that owns Hilltop House has decided it's time to be more environmentally friendly. But they don't want to stop driving their classic cars. So to reduce their carbon footprint, they now want the garden to only be cut with an eco mower and strimmer. They still want a mulcher or collector to be used, and any damage will incur steep fines. It's claiming it won't take too terribly long, so I guess I'll give it a try. I think I'm only an extra 4 centimeters, so I should be okay. Alright, I think the Ego is my strimmer that is electric. So I think that'll be okay. So we'll confirm that contract. And then let's see, what's the highest? Alright, so the pub garden, so we're going to put Ellie on that. She'll obviously get that, and then the other strimmer. So we should be set, but that should get us, 1,500 pounds for the day. So that would be pretty good. Alright, so it looks pretty flat there, but I see there's a little bit. The good news is, other than the tree in the center, like right now, it looks like it might be pretty straightforward. Alright, so let's do the ground check, and that will help. Okay, so this can be a bit of a challenge there. So we got one there. But yeah, pretty open here. I don't know if that's like a ball thrower or a bubble blower. There's something over there. There's another one of those. So I think those are like plastic things that fling some balls around. I think that was a ball. Alright, so we've got 5 of 6. But yeah, overall, this may actually... Okay, I think I see it way out there. So we'll just head there. Newspaper. So, very quickly. Alright, I need to move the height up and down. Alright, so I think it was 6 centimeters. The biggest problem is we have to be at 99 point... Let's see. Why won't this... There we go. So again, the wonderful world of the camera. But yeah, honestly, this is actually... I think we can fit here pretty nicely. Because the nice thing, too, is, like, they don't really have any... any flowers or anything that I see. So we may come back and clean that up. Hoping these bangs into the house don't count. They might. Oh. My goodness. A lot of challenges for me. So I'm gonna be a little quick, and then we'll come back and worry about the edges later. But that's always the challenge, or the big challenge, is just, the speed. Because in theory, we should be able to be done in half an hour. That would be lovely. That's something I've just not really been able to do very well. So, but yeah, definitely a simpler process for sure than other lawns, and they've got a nice ring around the trees. Like, I was worried with the cost. I'm like, oh, this is going to be difficult. But I think it's just the movie star status. They're like, yeah, we'll give you some money. Oh, I guess they have a little bit over here, but again, they're like bushes, not really flowers. So again, the challenge is, like, can I see where I'm at? And then we'll get a little closer to the wall. Again, move up. I'm getting a little better with the camera. At least I'm having a little better luck right now. Yeah, but once we kind of get the edges, then it's a lot simpler to move around. So again, we'll get over to the edge here, so we get as close as we can to the hedges. That's a pretty sharp corner there, though, so we'll see what we can do with that. It's just so hard to see. And I think that pop-up was just because I had, in essence, stopped moving. Alright, and then we're gonna head out that way. Yeah, because it's just the notification to get off the lawnmower if you want. But, you know, at this point I think I'm able to get pretty good on the edge. Alright, and then we got the other side here, up the wall. So we haven't done, like, the big part yet, but I'm banging into that a little more than I'd like. Alright, and then a little bit of bushes again here. But 6.4%, so not horrendously slow, really, for doing the edge. And again, once we're moving quicker, like, that'll be just easier later on. Alright, so we get here. We've obviously got this tree. Run along the driveway here. Alright, and then we'll run across. So, just get over there. Don't need to be flinging dirt and all that up more than I need to. So again, like, I don't know if his car is going to be a problem. Alright, so there's probably a little more challenge with the flower boxes here. Like, my foot is off the accelerator, but clearly things are, you know, doing what they're doing. Not sure that scraping along the box is the best thing to do there, but alright, so a little bit of walkway, and then a little bit more of the box again. So we'll cycle back here, try to have a little cleaner, straighter opportunity at the edge. There we go. And I'm not sure if this is now uphill. No, not yet. So was that where I was, or have I not gone over there? Can't quite tell, honestly. But yeah, that's okay. That's the other side. So in theory, I've been up the hill. So again, we'll have a bit that we didn't get there, but can always come back. It's 99.9 is tough. So that's probably a good reason why this is as expensive as it is, because it is probably going to require a lot of looking for little blades of grass here and there. You know, maybe not, but I'm thinking, You know, but again, if I can get in there, because we don't have flowers, like I should be able to come over with the strimmer and really get going. I want to do his neighbor's house too. They've all got, oh, he's got like weird mounds around his trees though. I don't think this guy has that, so maybe I don't want to do his neighbor's house. Alright. So, I know I left a bit back there, but again, it's more challenging to get into these corners. Alright, so the hill is where we're headed, so we'll see how this all plays out. It's actually pretty straightforward. I really thought there'd be a little more wiggling around, but there isn't. Okay, that's my truck, so if we run into it, I guess, you know, it's my damage as opposed to his. Couldn't quite see, so it was a little more challenging, but under the tree there we go. Alright, but we're 12%. So at this point, now it's just, should be some good quick movements. We'll just see how we can go. But, you know, we'll probably just continue through. You know, we'll go around the edges a little bit, so there's a little more room to turn around. But now we should make quick work of most of the lawn because there's just a lot of room, and so as long as it doesn't choke up, because this honestly isn't that tall. I mean, I've had others that were significantly taller. I think they were closer to the 18 or 19 centimeters. So cutting down basically, you know, half of the width is kind of what it's asking us to do, to go from 13 centimeters down to 6, so I should be able to go pretty quickly, I would think. Now again, let's not wiggle around too much there. You know, the downhill is the trick there because obviously we're flying down there. But yeah, we're already almost at 18%. There we go. So 30 minutes, obviously we should be at 33%. That's not going to happen in 10 minutes. But in 20 minutes, we'll see how close we can be to 66%. And that should hopefully get us in a better position to be really close. So yeah, you can kind of see into their home there. Looks like they've got some interesting lighting, or I don't know if that's a hallway or something else. It's a little more challenging, honestly. Oh, we hit a little bit of red there, but maybe because we hit the divot. Yeah, this is really like the only height we could use because it's 5.5 to 6.5 centimeters, and unless I'm missing something on the adjustment type, that I can only go a centimeter at a time, so it's a little slower up the hill, but not really. Like I'm fully pressed at that point. Alright, we're running pretty well there, but coming up on 25%, so I'm trying not to get too far offline there. Nah, it is so challenging to stay online. It's harder to see, honestly. No, because what I really want to do is just run the long lines. That would be best. So if I can do that, you know, that'll be the quickest quickest moves I have. Man, this is hard to tell where I've been. So that's the one challenge I would say with this game for sure, is it's a lot on the visual front, as far as what you can see, and it's actually better. I missed some. I'm starting to go off. It's better going downhill than it was going uphill. Seems like I have more space up there. I don't understand, and maybe the bushes are like artificially making it worse. Okay, I'm assuming we're gonna hit 30% before we get done with this pass. You know, so we did that in about 3 minutes, so we've done about 10% in 3 minutes. And again, I don't have such long stretches. I mean, this I think is the biggest part of the lawn by far, so okay. Coming back, we'll go around the tree. Hopefully that's got enough edging that I can do it easily and not have like a challenging pass, but we'll see. Yep, it looks like that will work out well. So yeah, this makes it super simple compared to the trees you have to like go right up against, and then you really have no space and all of that. But you can see, you know, we've kind of gone, you know, 3% almost in a couple minutes there. So again, we'll go around the tree here. So I'll just be careful to not go too fast since we're downhill. I don't want to, you know, and this is it's got a closer edging to the tree, but it's a wider tree, so it's actually a bigger turn radius, so it's honestly a little bit simpler to deal with. But yeah, the gravity is a bit odd in how it functions. But yeah, so we're getting roughly 1.5%, you know, or so, 1.6, 1.7% as we go with one pass. All right, again, we'll have the tree here. So we'll just want to kind of obviously not miss things if we can avoid it, so that we don't have to come trim in the middle, but we still might have to. It's just, it's hard to tell when you're missing a few blades of grass. Alright. Whoop. And the nice thing is, again, it doesn't really ding you for taking longer. It's just takes longer. But I have found sometimes I'm like twice as long as the estimates, which is a lot when you're talking about you know, half an hour. I mean, still the longest things are those dinosaur areas, so those are difficult. I still do wish they'd offer a lot more variety in where you can mow. I think just limiting it to the UK and the couple, you know, add-on spaces they give you seems limiting to some degree. You know, why they're just in Europe and not, like, why they don't have a DLC of, hey, I'm mowing in the US. I mean, other than, yeah, who's going to pick up a lawn mowing business and move halfway around the world? That probably wouldn't be realistic, so I'm sure they're like, we're set in the UK, you're going to mow in the UK. And at the end of the day, I mean, just like Farming Simulator or any of those, you know, people are, you're a lawn maintenance guy, you're going to have your contracts, you know, so this at least even gives you more flexibility than you'd normally have, Because you'd normally be like, yep, I've signed this house, this house, this house, and then you're just mowing them every week. But I'm sure they don't do that in the sim here, just because that might be a little too repetitive of, hey, I've got these contracts, and to get others I need to drop people. But maybe that's where we end up at some point. I don't know. I mean, because to some degree, like, if I get enough workers and I get enough things that I can take all 5 jobs that show up every day, like, you could say that, hey, I'm having that type of engagement where I've just contracted all these jobs, and as people want us to come by and take care of their work, obviously then we're going. So the only difference is it's not, all right, every Monday I go here, and so forth, like a typical lawn care thing would be. Like, for example, the gentleman that does our house is, you know, he comes on Mondays, and so every Monday he's here to mow and does that through the season. Obviously he doesn't do it during winter or any of that, but alright, not quite 50% yet. So I am a little surprised, I suppose, because, yeah, there isn't that much. I can't get the camera, yeah, because there isn't honestly that much yard here. I mean, I don't think the stuff over there is his. Maybe I'm crazy. I guess I should pay attention, because maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's just this space. I think the other part is his neighbor. So they've got, I guess, their kitchen over there. I mean, we'll see, because again, I'll probably, well, this is somewhat squarish, so I suppose I could, it's probably still best to go back and forth, and, you know, I've got enough room here that I can more easily spin around. I just want to be careful. I'm not sure that that's a kitchen, or it's like a bar with some, I don't know. I'm not in fancy houses like this, but that big opening in the back seems a little odd. I don't want to go on the concrete too much, because I think that kicks up more rocks and again does more damage to my equipment. But it's also helpful that now I've got Ellie fully trained, so there's less damage and it's just cheaper for her there. So alright, so we will be at 50% here, so kind of on pace for 40 minutes, which still isn't terrible. It's way better than 60 minutes, but we'll see how things pan out. But yeah, we're only getting like 0.8% for each of these rows, so definitely a lot shorter than the other pieces. Now we'll have the yard on the other side of the house here that again should give us some long swaths. But yeah, I mean, the gate is closed and there's nothing I know of that, like, we can open doors or anything, or gates. So not sure that that was the best way to do it. I probably should have gone around the tree, but we'll do that from here. And actually worked out pretty nicely, I think. So, I don't know, 4 or 5 more passes here, then we'll be done. But yeah, I mean, this tree's small enough that we can just kind of go around it. So yeah, if we're at 55%, that'll be lucky. It just doesn't seem like there's that much over there. So I'm a little concerned that I'm like missing something, but I guess we'll have to figure that out if that's the case. But But I wouldn't be surprised if we barely get to 90% with the mowing, and then we're screwing around with 10% with the trimmer or something. That will be tough, frankly. Whoa. Alright. So there's the control. I just wanted to... I didn't realize it stayed on. I guess that's good. Huh. I thought it just showed up for a second. I've never seen it stay on. So if I could do that, that would be way faster. But maybe I just have to hold it longer, because that's kind of what I did. I didn't just press it, because if you just... No, see, it doesn't take it. Yeah, it's like staying on, so... Well, that's good to know, because if I can do that, like, that'll help in the future. So, might be a bit larger than I expected, but... Alright, well, I'm gonna go and get this part by the house done, so that this side is taken care of. Well, I guess I have this little bit, so we might as well finish this up too. It'll easily get us to 60% by the time we're done here. Alright, we're already there. So, we might even get to 65. That would be pretty nice if we can do that. But that might be a bit aggressive for just this tiny bit of lawn, but we'll see. Alright. So we got that. Yeah, we're not going to get to 65. Should get to 62.5. Probably do that, but beyond that, I'm not sure. I think we've got... I think it's a little too wide. So let's head back. Now let's see, does it... See, it's interesting because I'm holding the button, but it's not showing it to me. But yeah, see, like I missed... Oh yeah, I can see it. Like I missed some segment there. It was lighting up behind me. Alright, well, we did get 62.5. I think there's a bit that I missed here. Oh, it is 62.6 enough. Didn't think it would get there, but alright. So, decent position here, and then we'll head around. And again, once we get clear of the patio and all that, like obviously things will be a little easier. But yeah, this does not seem like 40% of the lawn, but maybe there's more here than I'm thinking. I mean, I guess it is a bit of a long stretch. So again, we're going to run around a little bit to give more room to work within, especially since these are kind of staggered corners. They're easier to just continue on. So, I mean, because yeah, I suppose we're going all the way back where we don't have the driveway on the other side, like we were stopped, where this takes us like all the way from one end of the property to the other, where we're at. So yeah, I hadn't actually been looking at the percentage. I'm paying attention to where I'm going and was like, did I hit 70%? But no, I did not. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run the tree here, even though we're not quite there yet, but again, just getting these pieces resolved. It's always a good thing. We'll wait a little bit. Or maybe I'll go and just take care of it, and then we'll come back. But that way, we've got the last kind of maneuvering around any space here. You know, the challenge becomes, like now I've got kind of a weird position. So, I don't know that I'm helping or if I made it take longer than if I had just waited until I got to the tree. Probably should have waited until I got to the tree, if we're being honest. Alright, we'll do 1 or 2 more down here. I don't know. I was gonna say, I do another one. I'm really close to the tree again. Alright, 72%. That's good. Was hoping I was at 75, but it's not to be. But we should be there pretty quick. I mean, we'll be there before 30 minutes, which is good. So yeah, this is actually a little bit more, you know, kind of again why I was like, oh, I'd love to have US lawns, because yeah, this is probably more typical of what you'd have in the US, where there just isn't a lot of flowers along the edge and stuff you need to maneuver. It's just cut my lawn and be done with it. Alright, so I think I'm going to cut the bottom here, but then we're going to start turning around at the top and coming down the length, and that will move things a little quicker again. So I'm going to actually say that's done and then come back and then, you know, run up and down, and it'll get a little longer obviously as we go. Good news is we'll be at 80% before half an hour, so it'd be lovely if I could be at like 85, but I don't think I'm going to quite get that far. I mean, we've only got 30 seconds, so maybe we get a little bit more than 1 pass done, but a pass is not 3 or 4%, so... 82.5. That's probably, honestly, it. Yep. So I'm like, by the time I turn around, it's going to take me more than 5 seconds to get rotated. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Because yes, these tend to be just record, and unless I have something really serious that happens that I mark down that I need to take off, a little mic strike like that, I'm not gonna go look for it and edit it. It's usually not terrible. So, alright, well, the real question is, again, how much into the 90s do we get before we are now having to go hunt for lawn? I know we'll get into the 90s. It's just, will it be substantial? Will I at least get past 95%? I'm kind of worried, honestly. I would love to have been at 90% already, but that didn't happen. Alright, 88. I don't know. I think we'll be just shy of 90 by the time we get to the other end. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe we will cross that, but I don't think we'll quite be there. Well, literally, we're not quite there. I was closer than I thought. So, that's good, because we'll hit it very quickly, and we've still got 3 or 4 more passes, so 95's looking a little more possible. I mean, again, we have the trees and the parts that I've already cut coming up, so there will obviously be less, but we're getting like 1.8% per pass, so 4 or 5 passes will get us close to 8–10% more, so I mean, it would be awesome if I could be like at 99% by the time I was done, but I don't think. I mean, it is a little wider up here. There's some more lawn up here, but I'm guessing at best that's another 1 or 2%, and that's probably being really generous. But we're going to be darn near 95, I think, by the time we get to the end of this pass, which is awesome. So I'm feeling a little bit better, because God, if I had to go hunt for 5% of lawn, that's a lot. All right, I think at this point we're gonna. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't make sense. So we'll see. We'll cut that. Go around here. Make sure we have that. Because, yeah, it's still thin enough the other way. But see, like, now we don't have full lawn here, so. I mean, it kind of widened out there where we do. But the rest of it definitely had pinched down, and so we're obviously going to make less progress than we would have otherwise, because we don't have a full 110 centimeters or whatever it is that is the width that we need. Alright, 96, we'll be at 97, almost guaranteed, but gotta get down. So I think we've got a little bit here. Get 97.5. Oh yeah, by the time we get all the pieces done, we should absolutely be there. So yeah, 97.4. So yeah, what I don't want to do is make quick turns and basically tear up his lawn, because they don't like that either. Now again, let me see. I don't understand why it's not lighting up here. I thought it was the control key. Maybe there's like, maybe it's trying, but there isn't, like it's all cut, but that seems unlikely. Like, there we go, like that worked. Question is, do I want to just mow with this on? See, but somehow I missed a line there in the middle of the grass, and that's where it's important. Alright, so it did turn off at some point, so it isn't perpetual, because that would have been nice, but so let me just get through this. Now what I do want, though, is I do want to see, oh, now I missed a little bit there, because I want to see this. See, and that like didn't give me 98.6, so it's not like, oh goodness, it gave me so much. Yeah, see, I don't know, like it's staying on now, and I'm okay with that, because now we're short enough that. Okay, good news is we will be at 99. Actually might be at 99.5. That would be awesome if we got further than that. We should easily be that far, given that I have a big hunk here. 99.6, 99.7, what do we think? No, not quite 99.7. But, now let's see. Should be able to get here. Oh, now it turned off. I wonder if it's because I stopped. Alright, that's 99.7. Again, I think I want to do the lawnmower for parts that I can, because again, trimming along this entire length Just might be too much, but similarly, I've got that piece up here. So that might get me to 8.8. Nope, did not. And then we do have... Now this is a little more challenging there. Alright, so that's all trim for sure. Alright, got that one. Yeah, see, there's not much. I'm not seeing really big swaths. Like, again, that's a hunk for sure. Alright, we got to 99.8. Alright, we got a bit there. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to head back, because at this point, I think it will be a little quicker with the strimmer. Alright, well, I want to get that piece by the house. That'll be a bit bigger here, so... Because, yeah, if I could get to 99.9 without the trimmer, that would be incredible, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, so we'll get ourselves up here. And then we'll get off. There we go. Whoops. Alright, whoops. Grab the string trimmer. Why is it... Okay, I don't understand. Oh, I see. It's just giving me the... Alright, now this shouldn't be, like, insane. But see, this is where I then have issues, because it's like... Can I just go down here? Or am I trimming things I shouldn't be trimming? Let's see, there's a good hunk there. You were cutting the wrong grass. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Alright, I think there's some good hunks over here. Yeah, cutting. So I wonder if I'm like getting through the fence and it's like, yeah, you're not where you should be now. I was hoping that hunk was going to get me somewhere, but it didn't. Alright, again. What have I got? How am I not getting that? Like, see, that's always the confusing part. Alright, leave location. There we go. So, we'll take it. So 40 minutes, 36 seconds. Not bad at all. Alright. So, we will leave the location. And we know it looks good, so... Alright, so we made actually a little bit more, although we did have... Oh, so collisions do cost me. Wow. So I actually lost quite a bit, basically my ground check and more. So, yeah, I do need to be careful, but there's no flowers, but that doesn't help. Alright, let's see how Ellie did. Not bad. She had about the same amount of collisions. I wonder if it just does that, because it's the exact same amount as I had, and for a smaller thing, you would think that wouldn't be the case. but it might just be like, hey, that's what you had. All right. So again, because we repaid the bank loan, like we've lost money, but overall, I mean, you can see we made basically $6,000. So that bodes well for going forward. All right, but we didn't get any kind of an increase in equipment or anything. So let's see. We want to repair 13 pounds, 5 pounds. Now this is Ellie, so 19, almost no fuel. And then the grass collector is empty. I mean, we were empty, so I don't understand, but okay. I always was careful because I thought that was the, like, sell the vehicle, dump it, you know. Okay, 10. See, but we didn't do any damage to the engine. Alright, and then 61 cents of petrol. So we're all set there. Yeah, if I had more mowing, but yeah, and again, I think she's fully trained, like, because yeah, it won't let me actually click on that, so she is an expert, so that is a good thing. I guess, okay, so I need to recharge. And recharge. Alright, so they're both electric trimmers, so that's good to know. But at this point, we are all set because we need a lot more for, being able to do anything substantial. Alright, so thanks for moving along. We're getting ready to start another week next time on Lawn Mowing Simulator. So I think we're 2 weeks in. Might be 3 weeks. I don't remember exactly how many, but not very long in, but we're moving along. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have and haven't dropped a like, and if you're not a subscriber, please consider those things, and I will see you next time.